2023 survey conducted by the Harris Poll in partnership with his research team, the author's research team, found that 80% of Gen Z adults, people born after 1997, were worried that their generation was too dependent on technology. 75% were concerned about social media's impact on young people's mental health. And 58% said that new technologies were more likely to drive people apart than bring them together. As a researcher who specializes in the psychology of nostalgia, I was struck by one finding in particular, the author writes. 60% of Gen Z adults said they wished they could return to a time before everyone was plugged in. 60% of Gen Z adults said they wished they could return to a time before everyone was plugged in. That is a profound indictment on the world that our children are inheriting, because there is no mass movement right now to make that experience possible. There are some people who have written, John Haidt obviously covers this closely. There are some people, Claire Morel, others who have written really good books on this topic for phone-free childhoods, for example. But there has been no reckoning about anything as it pertains to genuinely changing the way that we relate to each other, that the world works, and how these technologies have been integrated into everything for adults, right? There's a lot of talk about kids, but Gen Z is not 5 years old. Gen Z is not 8 years old. We're not worried about Gen Z getting their first iPad at this point. We're beyond that. Gen Z is in the workforce, and they wish they could go to a time before everyone was plugged in. Majority of them wish they could go to a time before everyone was, quote, plugged in. And you know what? That comes with a little bit of credibility, because they didn't live it, but they're seeing it. They're seeing it all around them, and they're seeking it out. They want to know what that looks like.